special good morning. Those of you listening, Classic Radio 105.5. Those of you viewing us via GBN TV, what is Channel 7, Channel 11, Channel 20. Welcome to the mid-morning buzz. A couple of lovely ladies with me this morning representing Blast. Let me say good morning. And I guess you wouldn't mind I go by the first name basis. So we have Chrystel with us and we have Sophia.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Right? Yes.
And Chrystel is actually the store operation manager. And we have, of course, Sophia. She's the business development manager. Welcome, both ladies, both of you once again. And it's all about the Blast Mystery Progressive. Tell us about that. As just get the conversation rolling off instantly.
Okay, so the Blast Mystery Progressive is a new feature that we added to our gaming experience. It's a jackpot that starts at $100,000 and increases every time player wagers.
Okay.
Yes.
With right. No so it's as simple as that.
Yes.
It starts at $100,000.
Yes.
And as an individual continues to play, the wager increases.
Yes. The jackpot increases.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
What's the maximum you can get up at? As much as you play, it increases?
Well, as fast as you're playing, it increases. But the minimum, when it resets, it goes from 100,000. So the minimum you can get is 100,000.
Interesting. Now, what is the current, should I say, jackpot?
The current jackpot right now is at $556,000.
So I could probably leave work and probably come down to Blast, right?
Yes, come and try it out.
So I could probably say, hey, boss, you might see me for the rest of the afternoon.
Yeah, so it's climbing. Yesterday it was at 530. 6 and this morning it has climbed to 556.
Right. How many jackpot winners has there been thus far?
We have had 2 jackpot winners. Right. The first one was they had one at Ricky's, Red Dragon, and the second one they won at Blast Grenville.
Okay, interesting. And I'm assuming those customers were happy.
Yes, they were.
Oh yes.
Happy, to be playing and then anybody is happy when we become a winner, right?
Oh yes.
When it comes to winning, anybody could be happy. Now tell me, what is the Blast Mystery Progressive round? Let's talk about it. Give me some information that relates to that.
Okay, so the bonus round, basically when it is that you're playing on any of the participating games, there are 8 participating games for you to qualify for the Blast Mystery Progressive. Okay. Right? So once it is that you go on the machine and you see the Blast Mystery Progressive badge on the game, you just play the game as normal. You come in, you put in your $5, $10, $100, whatever it is that you have in your pocket. You wager any amount, if it's 5 cents up to the max bet, any amount that you wager. Once it is that you're playing on those participating games, it allows you to get a chance to win the Blast Mystery Progressive.
An individual like me who may have never come to Blast, and I'm thinking, well, I want to hear there's $500,000 blackjack for that is waiting there for someone to get. What is the minimum that I can play or start at? You did start at 5, but what's the minimum someone can play?
Well, the machine only take notes, so $5 is the minimum that you can push into the machine. But then when it is that you wager, you can wager the minimum 35 cents.
35 cents. So for starts, I start at $5. But I can put 30, as I wager and I go along, I can put the minimum up 35 cents.
Exactly.
35
yes.
Interesting. How do I enter that mystery bonus round again? Let's talk about that.
All right. So we have 8 participating games. All right. So I'm just going to say what those participating games are. All right. We have 7 lucky lines, loads of loots, 7 runs wild, lucky dragon wilds, Bungle in the Jungle, Rebels on Wheels, Classic Sevens, and Real Roundup.
How do you come up with those games?
So they are very exciting games. These are high-playing games in terms of, custom activities. 7 Lucky Lines is one of our most popular games, and it is a part of that group where you can possibly win the jackpot from.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, which games do you really need to play to be eligible for this, to win?
Those 8 participating games. Yes. Okay. So we have more than the 8 games on the machines, but you must play these 8 games in order to
But you
be
can
eligible.
play them in any order, or you any order?
Yes, one of the 8 games. Yes.
Right. And you will identify those games. There's a Blast Mystery Progressive badge on the right-hand side of the game. So once that the 8 games she stated, you will notice it with the
Blast Mystery Progressive badge. Yes.
So once you see the badge on there, that's one of the games that you can play.
All right.
And
I'm trying to gain as much information because it's interesting.
It looks like you're gonna come.
You're probably going to be seeing me in one of those blast.
Yes. It's
Those
very
are the opportunity
exciting.
that just grabs your interest. So
Yes.
I am forced. No, let's talk about blast locations. If there's any you could share with us this one. Maybe there's someone who's listening. Maybe I've never been to a blast location. Maybe I'm seeing the sign, seeing the building saying blast. But give us some locations.
Okay, so we have 4 gaming centers.
Yeah.
We have one at Guelph and Chapel Lane in Guelph. We have one on Wall Street. We have one at the Esplanade Mall. And we have one also in Grenville Ben Jones Street.
Grenville Ben Jones Street.
Yes.
Some folks
Grenville.
may better hear you say Ben Jones Street.
Ben Jones Street, yes.
Because then you say Grenville Ben Jones.
Yes.
Grenville Ben Jones.
So that's our blast sites, and we also have 15 agents.
15 agents.
Yes. Twilight in Grenville. We have Shaka at Subies. We have Polly at Grand Bacolet. We have Grand Central at Tivoli. We have Sing at Latant. We have Sevens, Sotes. We have Lucky 7 in Victoria. We have Players opposite the bus terminal.
Yes.
We also have the Lookout on Halifax Street. We have Sunset at Happy Hill. We have Labour at Paddock. We have The Edge, which is a new agent that we have opened recently, the Fall Edge.
Okay.
And we have Red Dragon at Laborie.
Yes.
We also have the office in Harveyville. Carriacou and Sea Wave
That
in
office is up and running?
Hillsborough.
It's up and running?
Not at the moment.
We actually currently have people on the ground up there trying to get everything up and running so that the people can, come
Because
back.
in Carriacou,
Oh, yes.
Yes.
would love to be participating in all that. If someone would like to lay their hands on
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
Knowing the circumstances that they're in right now, when able to get a job of that nature
We're
would
trying
certainly
our
make life
best.
a
We're
whole
trying
lot
our
better
best.
for them.
Yes.
All right. Anything that we missed that you want to show to our listeners and viewers this morning?
Well, the progressive, just a reminder, is at 556,000 so far, and we have launched this in June.
Yes.
So 2 months from June to now, we have had 2 winners already. We're anticipating soon a 3rd winner, and it's always continuous. So please also just remember that it's not one of our promotions where we have an end time or an end date or expiration date.
Because I was going to ask you a
It's not a
question.
promotion.
Yes. So this is the
I was saying,
difference.
is it just a program that's a particular, promotion that's going for 3 months or 2 months?
No.
So
this is
yes,
ongoing.
this is ongoing. So as long as somebody wins that jackpot, it resets back to 100,000 and it starts again.
All right.
Yes.
So I can say I decided I want to play in Christmas. You may get up to 600,000.
Exactly.
Yes.
as it goes along. So that's interesting to know. So no folks will say, oh, okay, let me get a peace of mind. Come head on down to Blast and play. And you never know, you could become a winner.
Oh, yes.
All right. Ladies, I want to thank you so much for sharing information. I know there are listeners and viewers out there who may not have ever been to Blast, but may have just sprung their interest a whole lot now.
Yes.
Come on down. A jackpot of 500,000 plus. Would not want to lay their hands on.
Life
Oh,
changing.
yes.
Change your life. Change your
Yes.
life. Anything in closing before we take a wrap for today?
No, this is it. I think we covered everything.
Covered
Yes.
everything. Well, best wishes to you, folks, and all the best. And certainly hope that we get a winner soon again.
Thank you. Happy
Thank you so
having
much.
us. Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Winner number 3 could be me, right?
Yes, true. Come out and play. Come.
All right, certainly. Thank you a whole lot. Hey, folks,
right,
we
yeah.
take a wrap for this edition of the Mid-Morning Buzz. Thanks to the folks at Blast, and certainly hope you listeners and viewers out there would go on out and play the game. All right, have a good one, folks. That's what we say. Goodbye.